Everybody, on this Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, Rico McAdore here coming to you with another video to encourage you going into your week. And let me say, uh, I've said in the other video, Happy Thanksgiving. No, we had that this past week, but every day is a day of Thanksgiving, not just on Thursday, on the one time in November in the month. The very fact that you're alive and well today, even the fact that you're watching this video right now, is definitely a testament how thankful you are, and you should be, because there's some people that went to sleep last night and did not wake up this morning. So it is a blessed opportunity to get up and go through our day and be a blessing to who we've been assigned to, right? So I just wanted to get that out of the way. And if you have found this video or other videos that we've done and more videos that we continue to do, I would like to start off by saying, if you find value by listening to this, definitely hit subscribe and also hit that notification bell. So whenever I'm live or release another video, you are updated and you can be able to listen to it right then and go back and watch it on the replay. So I want to talk to you just for a moment about a word that came to me. And I normally come on another day during the week to release far some other content, but this came to me today and I thought I would share it with you, that God made you different for a reason. God made you different for a reason. Put that in the chat. God made me different for a reason. Okay, so here's what I want to let you know. It's so easy to be distracted by top level success or what looks good or the fruit that's on someone else's tree. But you can miss the true root of what you already have at the core to produce the fruit you've been praying for. You see, it's easy to get caught up in what looks good on the surface level, but miss what actually makes what we see on the surface level be effective. I always give this example of a tree. Most times we see the tree and we look at the top part, which is the branches and the fruit, and we think that it's the branches and the fruit that we see above the ground that make it work. But no, because it's a strong root in the root system that you don't see, that's what actually helps what you do see to flourish. So I say that to say, just because someone else's fruit may appear to be shining a bit more than yours right now, don't be discouraged about that. In fact, celebrate them. Thank God for them. Be happy for them. But realize that if you continue to stay focused and consistent on what you're assigned to do, the day will come where you will shine. But when you shine, it's not going to be about your ego, but it's about expanding his glory through you. It's going to be about helping other people see that it's not about you, but it's about the greater one in you to help impact their lives. You see, the promotion is not about you, but it's really an expansion of the one in you, because there's something you're carrying people need, and they need it right now. But see, you can't expand or you can't elevate if you somewhat hate on someone right now who's elevated or in a position where they're being more seen than you. Sometimes when we get, or when other people get promoted, it can really be a test of what's really in our heart. Are we excited for them or are we jealous of them? And when you understand your assignment, you understand who you really are, you really just don't have time to be jealous of other people. This is why I'm to a point in life where I thank God for other people. I'm excited for them. When they win, it could have been something or a position that I thought I deserved or I thought I worked for. But here's the thing, I don't trip about it when other people get what I thought was supposed to come to me, because I understand what God has for me is for me. And I don't have to really trip with who's in front of me, because really, when I look at it, if I stay focused and faithful in what I'm assigned to do, I just know the last will be first and the first will be last. So someone may be in front of me, but I ain't tripping about that. I'm happy for them. And you can only do that when you really have a sincere and healthy heart. You have a healed soul. Because if you don't have a healed soul, then somebody else outshining you can actually dim your light, because you're more concerned about the tension being off you and on them rather than becoming more of who you were meant to be. And when you become more of who you're meant to be, it positions you to be seen differently It positions you to be found by the people who've been praying and looking for you and what you carry. So God made you different. Type that in the comments. God made me different. Okay. So here's what we want to say. I want to give you a few keys and be out of your way on this Sunday. Okay. Number one, I wrote these down. I wanted to make sure I got these for you. And here we go. Number one, you were given your own unique fingerprint. You were given your own unique fingerprint. Getting or copying someone else's fingerprint only makes you a cheaper version or a cheaper imitation of someone else. I'm going to say that again. Okay. You were given your own unique fingerprint. Copying someone else's fingerprint or copying someone else only makes you a cheaper imitation of them. So why would you want to be a cheaper version of what already exists? Look at this. If anybody, you have your own fingerprint, I have my own fingerprint, right? But if someone says they have my fingerprint, somebody's lying. And here's the thing, it's not God. Because God didn't make two of the same exact kind of people. All of us are uniquely made, different. We have our own unique stamp. And let me say this, I gave this example a while ago. Not only am I talking about a fingerprint, but your fingerprint could be a blueprint. Or not a blueprint, your fingerprint can be what is the word? It's a barcode. You ever go to the store, you see a product, right? I'm looking at this particular product. And what's the most important thing on the product? Yeah, it's what? That barcode. Because it's on that barcode, that was what identifies that object from or separates it from others, is marked differently. In fact, that product, that mark or that barcode, nothing can be sold without the barcode. So why waste your time being a cheaper version of what already exists? You're uniquely made. You have your own unique fingerprint designed by God. So why settle for less than the diamond, or so why settle for less than the precious gem that you are? Now, this is not just motivational talk. I'm not just giving this to play with your emotions, to get you high now and then leave you dry later. No, these are some insights that I've learned, and I'm even using myself to remind me as I remind you of how uniquely, how fearfully and wonderfully you are made. Never allow anything or anybody to disrespect the value in which you were made to be because they don't understand you. Misunderstanding comes with what's valuable. All right, number two, your treasure Do you know how many times I've prayed, Lord, just give me, and he didn't? He didn't give it to me the way I prayed for, but he did give it to me in seed form. And maybe what we've been praying for, we already have. We just don't recognize it because we're so used to things coming a certain way. This is really God's plan, I believe, to grow us up into what's already. He's already provided. But if we're praying prayers from a position of begging rather than a position of being a blessor or being in alignment, we miss what we already have to fulfill the assignment. So when we don't realize it's already done, we chase ambition or we copy the ambitions of men rather than flow in the assignment from God. Yeah. I'm here to tell you, you're made different for a reason. Okay? Nobody on the planet is like you. No one. So if no one is on the planet like you, why do we waste energy trying to be like that which we are not? It is the system's job to condition us to chase ambition and neglect assignment. When you don't know who you are in terms of your identity, you cannot see the authority you have, and therefore you don't understand or know the assignment you've been entrusted with. Let me say it this way. If I have a set of keys in my hand, you think with me now, if you have a set of keys in your hand, the keys represent authority. But if you don't know your identity, you don't know who you are. Therefore, you won't know which key to use. And if you don't know which key to use, you cannot actually use the right key to unlock who you've been assigned to be a blessing to. And therefore, you you take that key and you try to put it in the wrong door, trying to force something to unlock that's not designed for you to unlock. Identity positions you to understand and operate in who you are and your authority, which then helps you see who you've been chosen, who you've been designed to impact. A lot of times we want God to do our will. We try to bend God to our will like he's some type of genie. When the truth of the matter is, it's a matter of us yielding to his will. And most of the times, I believe the fight is our ego, our will fighting against God's will. And here's the thing about God. He's a gentleman. He will let you go so far until you come to the end of yourself, realizing I cannot make it without you. No matter what the gurus tell you, no matter how they try to dress it up and make you just do these steps right here, or the gurus try to convince you to be like, I'm the one that can help you. Listen, on paper, you may be the one that can help, but if you're not the one that God chose to bring the help through, I'm just wasting time buying your hype. I'm wasting time buying your thinking without trusting his revelation. You see, because when you're assigned to someone, someone's assigned to you, they're like a key that helps further unlock more of what you already have. But sometimes we mix assignment, or we mix who we want with who God chose. In other words, we want somebody that fits us according to our liking, not knowing that he already knows who the person is he wants to work through to unlock the treasures he placed within you. Sometimes the mentor or the coach you have, or the coach that he has for you, someone he has for you, it could be someone completely different than what you think. And it's like that on purpose. Because here's the thing about purpose. It's not always what we want, when we want, the way we want, who we want to do it with, and how we want to do it. You see, a yielded life is not about me always getting my way. But a yielded life means I am yielding my life for the will of the greater king, because the greater king already knows what's ahead. He saw ahead, he sees ahead, and has already provided. So why go through life? Why grow through life trying to fit into a box that never was designed to hold you? Why are you trying to settle for a box that the box looks good, but again, it's like when you get in that box, all of a sudden, what you thought looked a certain way, it doesn't work the way you thought. And sometimes you have to wonder, like, God, why is it that when other people do stuff, it seems to be all right, but I can't do that. Lord, I try to do that, and then all of a sudden, it's like something goes wrong. It may not be that the thing was wrong. It could be that there's something original you're designed to create. I should have named this Create, Don't Conform. I should have named this, and I may do this as a thumbnail title. Who knows? We'll see. Because I start out with God made you different for a reason, which is true. And since he made you different for a reason, let's tie that in. Therefore, it's important to create rather than conform. Create what's unseen rather than conform to what is seen. Create what's not seen rather than conform to what is seen. Let's look at that word. Look at that. Okay, Romans 12, verse 2. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. The word renewing, which means you're being made new every day. It's not renewed as it happened one time, but renewing. See, as you're renewing every day, that means you're constantly expanding, you're constantly growing. And if you're constantly growing, it's impossible to stay dying. See, the enemy's job, what he wants is for you to settle in a world of imitation. Settle for being in a world of limitation. Because imitation limits you from being authentically you. I'm going to say that again. Imitation limits you from being authentically you. If you ever notice, okay, I know, just bear with me. All right, Holy Spirit. All right. If you look at it, let's look at the music. A lot of the music we hear today, each song can have a different beat, but it seems like to me it all sounds the same. There's very rare, see, when it's a different sound, a unique sound, it becomes undeniable and unforgettable. But unfortunately, we get so comfortable with the same sound that when somebody else comes with a different sound, we would rather shun the person with the different sound because we're familiar with the same sound. And what the enemy wants is he wants people to be an exact imitation of what is already, so that something new cannot be birthed. You see, oh my gosh, am I going to get in trouble for this? Maybe it's some good trouble. You've been trying to go in their box too long. I'm talking to me too. You've been trying to go in their box too long. This is the way you got to do it. You got to operate this way. This is God's way, right? And what we're finding is God is raising up people who are unconventional. God is raising up people who are different on purpose, because the routine has made people lazy. The routine has made people be conform to an outdated model. And God is making you, keeping you fresh, because he's revealing and unlocking something new in you. And the people who have settled in the old system, the old regime, are trying to get you to conform to their way of thinking so they can stay comfortable being dead, or comfortable being in a dead place, or in an outdated or dry season. Some of us want it to rain where we are, when in fact, God is really moving us from where we are to somewhere different. I had a friend of mine a while ago, and the conversation was, which is more important, location or mindset? He said mindset, which I could see, but I said environment. Why would I say environment? Because when you get to a different environment, it elevates you from where you are. You've got to come up. Mindset, what happens is you can have a right mindset in the wrong place. But the thing is, even having the right mindset in the wrong place, at some point your mindset's going to expand and it's not going to go back and settle to where you are. So you're going to have to go to another place. What I'm telling you is, you think sometimes you have to get something from somebody else outside in order to be fulfilled. No. God has been telling you, I've been on the inside of you all this time, and you've been looking to them rather than looking to me. And because you've been looking to them, you've been missing me. Because I'm not against prophets. I believe the prophets. They're important. But I think you're looking for the next great prophetic word from someone else. You're going out searching for words, going here, going there, going everywhere, trying to find the word, when in fact, God already gave you his word. Now, other people that he speaks to can confirm it. But I'm saying, if you're going to be a mature person, if you're going to be a mature believer, if you realize that you're made different for a reason, you may not always have to go to this conference to that conference. I'm not against conferences, but some of us hop from conference to conference, church to church, YouTube channel to YouTube channel, and we haven't allowed God to lead us to the person who he's assigned to help us unlock more of what's already there, because they don't come packaged like we think. You're different for a reason. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here, but I want to come just for a few minutes this week before you start your week off. Come watch this video again, or come back and watch it again and feed off of it again. Share it with someone that's like and share this. Like this video right here, right? Share it with other people, right? I'm not greedy. I would rather share it with other people, right? Because somebody needs to hear this. Somebody needs this right now. And I thank you for being on here, right? Now, I'm going to go back, give these keys again, and I'm going to sign off, okay? So number one, you were given your own fingerprint, your barcode. Giving someone else's or copying someone else's barcode or fingerprint only makes you a cheaper imitation. That's number one. Number two, the treasure within you is too precious to settle for what somebody else has and what they do. In other words, your treasure within you is too precious to settle for being who and what you are not. That's number two. Number three, while you focus on copying another image, you become blind to your own gift. While you focus on copying another image, you become blind to your own gift that God gave you. And then number four, if the system you once flourished in now spits you out all of a sudden, doesn't want to take you back, that could be a sign it's time for you to finally build from the blueprint God gave you build the system from the blueprint God gave you. In other words, this for somebody, we've been programmed. Oh my gosh, I'm not telling you what I hadn't heard, what I'm not going through or dealt with. It could be God transitioning you from unlearning, settling, working for money to creating value that attracts the money or the resource or the increase. Another topic for another day. I'm going to leave that alone right there. Somebody I know got blessed today. And I thank you so much for joining me. I don't take this for granted. But the next time we come back, I want you to stay tuned because there's going to be more great things to come. I apologize for not coming on here a lot more. God is stretching me to come on here and share some info, some revelation, some insights here on identity, authority, and assignment leadership. Because why? Your life matters. Somebody is praying for what you have. You just don't realize it yet. Don't allow the enemy, don't allow the residue of what you've been through to blind you from the possibility of what God's already given and prepared for you. All right. Until next time, stay encouraged. Hey, check out the channel. Next video we have, hey, watch it. Again, share this insight, share this information. God bless all of you. And stay encouraged until next time. We'll see you. All right.